Today is Equal Pay Day for women.
Oh, all right. They finally made it. No,
So, yeah, go ahead.
I need to interrupt you because
Mhm.
I saw an amazing statistics, and this is called analysis. People, if you're listening to this, you're not getting this kind of analysis anywhere else. I saw an amazing statistic that suggested that women are actually getting hit much less hard during this coronavirus crisis because men are losing $1 and women are only losing 79 cents to every dollar a man is losing. So that's a different way to look at things.
Right. So what is Equal Pay Day? It basically it highlights the overall pay disparity between men and women who work full time in the United States. So essentially, it means that it would take until March 31st for your average woman to earn as much as a man. So that doesn't account for uh, a more frightening breakdown when you take it by race. Black women's equal pay day is August 13th.
Whoa, hey,
Native American
something.
women October 1st, and Latino women November 2nd. It's
It
just
takes a Latino woman almost 2 full years to make as much as a white guy, unless they work in free float media, where it takes them 0 seconds if they have a
zero
job.
point 0. Yeah.
So, no, we have patrons, so it might take a little bit longer. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about this that I like because there are things to like. And it isn't the snarky meme that women are now losing less per month than men are. It is that post financial crisis, women saw some of the biggest gains in job opportunities, in pay, in closing the pay disparity gap. And when I say biggest gains, it wasn't like it went from 50 cents to 80 cents on the dollar. But there were pay gap disparity closings. And women actually, there were, if you remember, there were this rash of conversation about how that ultimately sort of led to the Trump-like people being elected, that white men were starting to be excluded from the job market because women were more educated
Sure.
and they retained their jobs longer after the crisis, and they got more new jobs than white men did. There is actually reason to think that when the market does flight to safety, you're talking about Microsoft, which is a long, mature, you know, safe looking company that will exist after this crisis is over. Flight to safety for labor might actually be women now. Now, this does not include black women and Latino women necessarily, but it does suggest that post crisis, women fare better than men do. Men mostly complain, they mostly pay for their short term
Like
thinking,
me at the top of the show. Yeah.
and women, kind of fare better. So, something to watch as we sort of transition from utter fear, panic to panic-tunity, which we talk a lot about here. Panic-tunity.
I'm going to make a threat to our listening audience and
Oh,
our
please
patrons
do. No, this is a good idea.
that I'm not going to quit doing this until we get the U.S. CEO women rate. That's a clunky sentence. Up from 4.9% to I want to go for 40%.
Look,
I'm gonna sit here until it's a 40%.
can I put a call out to anybody who's listening?
Yeah.
Nobody. Um, if you're, I think we should get a woman CEO, one of the 4.9%, to come on this show and talk about. I don't want to talk about how you ascend to be a woman CEO. I'd like to talk about how you govern. Just because I actually think we get a lot of books and talking points about, men in leadership talking about, basically whipping out their dicks and talking about how big they
Yeah.
are.
It's their like hero stories. Like somehow they're firefighters
I don't
somehow.
want to lean in bullshit conversation. I want to just how you actually, when you sit down and you think about the people around you, how do you think about them? And then let the public decide whether thinking differently matters. Can we do that?